Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, March 11th. And you can see temperatures out there quite a bit cooler this morning. Still pretty mild across southeast lower Michigan, but we'll see those temperatures fall back. Overall today, though, we'll warm up with plenty of sunshine, I think, in the low to mid 50s. Guidance is around the upper 40s, strong 50, but I think with the sunshine, we'll outdo the computer models. And again, highs, I think, low to mid 50s look pretty likely across the area. So another pretty mild and nice March day. And we expect a good start to the Saturday, and then I think we'll see some rain move in Saturday night into Sunday night, and then scattered into early next week, and we could see temperatures possibly back in the 60s on Monday and Tuesday. If we look at the Great Lakes, you can see again temperatures mainly in the 30s all the way back into Wisconsin, some 20s, and again the warmest area across southeast lower Michigan. But you can see with northerly winds, they'll drop a few degrees probably as we get towards sunrise and just beyond. And then I think again, temperatures will warm up into the low to mid 50s for a nice March day. If we look at the next slide shot, this is the 2016 growing season, growing degree day report that'll update frequently throughout the week as we get into growing season. That's now up and ready to go, and won't be long before we'll see sugar beets go into the ground and then corn after that. But if we look at the climate data for today, our normal high is 40, normal low is 23. And if we look at yesterday across the area, temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 50s. You can see cooler behind the front in Newaygo, where temperatures only made it into the upper 40s, and that was just after midnight, as many of these high temperatures were, as we've seen our temperatures settle back through the day. And again, you can see some precipitation across the area, as we talked about, mainly under a quarter of an inch of precipitation, and most of that coming across southeast lower Michigan into southwest Ontario. If we look at the radar this morning, this is a system we're going to keep an eye on. It's going to pull out of Texas, heading towards the Great Lakes, and that'll begin to spread rain in from the southern parts of the state as early as Saturday night, and it may take till midday on Sunday before we see the rain up in mid-Michigan, as this will only very slowly move off to the north. And then behind that, scattered showers, warmer temperatures move in for Monday and Tuesday. Right now, it looks like this first system, best bet would be about a quarter of an inch as you get up in towards the Alma, Mount Pleasant area, and possibly as much as 3/4 of an inch to an inch as you get down towards the border, and anywhere else in between a quarter and 3/4 of an inch of rain. So it looks like it'll be a pretty decent system as we get into Sunday. If we look at the weather map this morning, you can see that area of low pressure in Texas that's going to be moving to the northeast. But in the meantime, we're going to be dominated by high pressure across the Great Lakes. That'll bring us a couple of nice days. And again, plenty of sunshine today. And I think the sun will last at least to the midday hours on Saturday before we start to see an increase of clouds from the south. If we look at that forecast map by Saturday, the storm now organizing pretty good in Texas, and it is going to be on its way to the northeast after that. We got a cold front that's going to try to come through, and we're going to squeeze out some precipitation again as we get into late Saturday into really early next week. And if we look at the forecast map by Sunday, we got that northern cold front that will drop to the south. Low pressure system ever so slowly trying to spread to the northeast. And again, with high pressure off the east coast, that's going to help pull that warm, moist air up and over this front, bringing us a good chance of overrunning precipitation for the day on Sunday. So I think all areas will see rain on the day on Sunday. As far as high temperatures today, you can see guidance model shows the warmest temperatures across southwest lower Michigan, and you can see quite a bit cooler possible across the eastern part of the area and Saginaw Valley and the Thumb area as we get some northeasterly components off Lake Huron. That'll keep some of the lakeshore areas quite a bit cooler. I think the warmest temperatures will be around Jackson up towards Mount Pleasant, towards the center part of the state, and back towards Grand Rapids and down towards South Bend. And if we look at precipitation here in the 3-day period, most of this coming again towards the end of this 3-day period as we get into Sunday, where again some areas could see a near an inch of rain down in the southern part of the state, with around a quarter to a half inch once you get north around the mid-Michigan area from the Tri-Cities back towards Muskegon and from there north. And as far as the 7-day precipitation, you see quite a bit more precipitation falling. Some of this could be for later next week. Also, some of the showers and warm temperatures in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday period as well. Again, we expect a cold front to come through the area as we get in towards next Wednesday night into Thursday. And if we look at the 6 to 10 day outlook as far as temperatures, you can see a bigger trough beginning to develop across the western states, and that's going to move to the east in time. It's going to pivot this warmer air back off to the northeast. That's going to set up some blocking across the north. and that could allow some very cold temperatures to come into the area as we get towards the end of next week and into the following week. And if we look at the 8 to 14 day outlook, you can see that trying to spread. I think it's going to be more pronounced in this time period. And I think certainly we could see a pretty good trough across much of the Great Lakes and Midwest. And as far as temperatures, as we look towards next Saturday, you can see many temperatures in the 20s as we wake up, even teens across the northern part of the state. And again, that could be reflective of the system we're going to look at. Again, we have the first system that'll bring the cold front through as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday. And then with that cold front setting off to our south, it could set a stage for a potential winter storm. And right now, this would be for the next Friday, Saturday time period. Again, it's very early. We're talking about 8, 9 days out. But you can see in the solid dash lines, the European model shows quite a bit of snow across the northern Great Lakes into southwest up to northeastern lower Michigan. And again, the dotted 2 to 4 inch line or heavier, well off to the southeast, and would encompass all the area with the exception of far southeast lower Michigan. If we look at the Canadian model, it takes the heaviest snow well back to the west from Wisconsin into the western UP. But the GFS model shows the heavy snow from Ohio up into Ontario. So again, the big thing is all three models are showing this storm, and that could be pretty significant. So we're certainly going to want to keep an eye on the future model runs for this potential winter storm as we get towards next late week or next weekend, and cold air behind that system as well. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.